principles of knighthood to champion beauty and courage. Goddess Adrilla, when will you respond to my pleas again? Goddess Adrilla, when will you respond to my pleas again? I shall uphold the principles of knighthood to champion beauty and courage. I shall uphold the principles of knighthood to champion beauty and courage. Goddess Adrilla, when will you respond to my pleas again? I shall uphold the principles of knighthood to champion beauty and courage. I shall uphold the principles of knighthood to champion beauty and courage. Goddess Adrilla, when will you respond to my pleas again? to champion beauty and courage. I shall uphold the principles of knighthood to champion beauty and courage. Goddess Adrilla, when will you respond to my pleas again? I shall uphold the principles of knighthood to champion beauty and courage. I shall uphold the principles of knighthood to champion beauty and courage. I shall uphold the principles of knighthood to champion beauty and courage. I shall uphold the principles of knighthood to champion beauty and courage. Goddess Adrilla, when will you respond to my pleas again? I shall uphold the principles of knighthood to champion beauty and courage. I shall uphold the principles of knighthood to champion beauty and courage. Goddess Adrilla, when will you respond to my pleas again? Goddess Adrilla, respond to my pleas again? I shall uphold the principles of knighthood, to champion beauty and courage. Goddess Adrilla, when will you respond to my pleas again?
Hello, everybody. It's time. Time for Honkai Star Rail. Let's see, we gotta finish the story, and I happen to be right here. Because I haven't moved since last week. Aside from doing dailies. I bet you can go up here. But you know, we'll do that later. There's time for that. Let her.
Well then, why should I place my trust in you?
Oh.
Holy maiden from afar. Wait.
Kestrus is like, hang on a second. What's going on here?
What you're trying to say. Since the prophecy has already pronounced your name as Chrysos, heir of death, Akima ought to treat you as an esteemed guest. However, you seem to have no intentions of concealing your involvement with the Council of Elders, while most likely being aware of my issues against them.
I cannot deny your claim. It was the Council that offered this room to me, and they had only one request. They want the curse of death to be completely subjugated to your will. I was agreeable to that request.
But why?
I am unable to rid myself of this innate curse. However, from this day onward, I shall use it according to your will. I will never make any superfluous moves on my own.
I see. So that is how they plan to control the Flame Chase journey.
I wonder if this is something that actually happened, or if, I don't know.
The heavy
Seems weird.
of granting death over to me. If I ever become obsessed with executing people, they will then have ample reason to terminate the Chrysos heir's journey.
Or if Kestrus is just surprised that it's here because it's one of her memories.
You seem to not mind. This is quite surprising to me.
That's because the fate that we were born with is a burden far heavier than that of an individual's life. I've woven many unforeseen events into the tapestry of fate. This is but one instance. Tidy up your precious garments and come with me. Akima welcomes you, Casterus.
I didn't think we'd find vestiges of memory here. Maybe they've got something to do with Orynyx's rune?
I guess it was her real memories.
But I do not need a reminder from them.
Uh-oh.
This memory is one that I will never forget. Indeed. While my relationship with the Council has always been quite ambiguous, Lady Aglaya has never taken any precautions against me. Instead, she's shown me nothing but complete trust. Really want to repay her for that trust.
And now again, she's being manipulated.
But why would this memory appear right now? Is this really Orynyx's power?
Well, who else has the power of memories?
Could these dead monsters actually be...
If Lady Cypher is to be believed, this could
Oops.
Why are the black tide monsters here too?
I walked over too soon. I didn't
Can't this
realize.
River of Souls?
I thought they were mobs.
Even Thanatos wouldn't be able to accept black tide monsters into their realm. These traces seem to suggest that anybody who trespasses upon death will pay a heavy price.
Hopefully we got the right team makeup because I did my
Since the realm of
I
the
did
dead
my
has
dailies
believed
earlier,
it's
and then I did
imperative
not
that we
put my
avoid the
setup
place
back
of such
for
discordant
Infurious
noise.
combat.
Please stay back. Let me deal with these enemies.
Yeah. So about that.
Attack detected.
The truth burns everything in this world is bleeding.
Wheel, wheel, wheel.
Like until everything burns to ashes! Set the seas ablaze!
Embrace virtue. Annihilate.
May the foul stench just be. Yeah! Fight to live! Get it together. I'm okay. Attack
Definitely gonna have to change stuff.
I want to protect everyone. Help me, Mr. Sora.
Target threat index. Eliminating threat.
Firefly type set the seas ablaze. Immerse yourself, be of your body and mind.
Mission command. Stay back, Clara.
The truth, everything in this world is bleeding.
Okay, so we're just gonna definitely have to fix my team makeup.
For it, Trilla.
I need to be. Time to cleanse the filth.
This is definitely not my usual team for running into Emporius. That I forgot.
Towards the rook.
Eliminating threat. Attack detected. Stay back, Clara.
Yeah.
There we go.
The darkness ends here.
All right, let's change up the party here.
Cauldron Master, I entrust my life to you now.
I love how
Would you
they like
prefer me
talk
to
to each other,
reveal
and they talk to
or
each other.
conceal,
I like
General?
it. It is so much fun.
The path ahead is blocked by the River of Souls again.
In that case, let's go back to the past. This miracle sure is handy.
This is yet another aspect of a Titan's divine power.
If Don Hung was around, he'd definitely be able to raise the waters of the River of Souls into the sky.
If Lady Hycelians was
I
still
like that
alive,
she's able to remember
she might be able to do that too.
his stuff. You know. Oh, I can't do that one. But Mem has never like seen Don Hung do that stuff, so.
We can't get through here. Let us return to the present.
You seem to be able to discern both the past and the future.
I like how there were barricades, and now there's not any barricades. You would think that there would be more barricades. But there's not any more barricades. There's less barricades. All the barricades are gone. I just feel like it's interesting.
Why isn't there a god yelling in the distance? Indeed, my downtrodden fellow, your sorrow and joy are but means for me to amuse myself. I will at least derive some comfort. If all the tears that I had shed were determined by some mightier being above.
Uh-oh.
It's you people.
You people. Who's you people, though?
Oh, this place must have been a beautiful courtyard in the past.
You remember Castris once spoke of the origins of the eulogistic butterflies. Some believe them to be the final obsession of the deceased, others believe them to be Thanatos' messengers. They are always found in places where many have met their demise. Lost Human, if you could say one last thing before leaving this world, what would it be? I'm gonna do a deep EP! I want to live 500 more years. Farewell, Honkai Star Rail. Left my trailblazing legacy at I live if I stay quiet, right? Yeah, I'm gonna do a deep EP. Short and to the point. I still recall the last words of some of the deceased, if you're curious. Of course, whose parting words would you like to hear the most? I recall that an optimistic ruler once said, I have finished my business here and I die without regrets. Someone asked another ruler on his deathbed who his successor would be. He only said, the strongest. Another one suffered so much pain that she gave this order to her doctor. Kill me or be guilty of regicide. I remember one of the rulers only said water before dying. Before his execution at the hands of the enemy, a soldier said, the only thing I wish to say in this last moment is that I can only give my life for my city-state once. Many more soldiers didn't know when death would come. One said, tell them that it hurts really bad on one side of my body. The old captain who traversed many seas died from illness on dry land. She said, please help me put on my clothes and armor and let me die like a proper soldier. She was buried by the sea in the end. Before his death, the poet asked his poet son, tell me, Alexander, on your soul and conscience, do you believe my works will be passed on after I die? A poet spent her life pursuing new verses till the very end. I seek no healer in the courtyard to declare my demise, for I shall proclaim this freedom with my own cries. Another poet died during his performance. His final line was, Thanatos promised me a better world. There was a philosopher of the Grove who tried to pick some apricots, but was scolded by his wife. He said, so what if I pick them? What the imp for years profanity is gonna happen? Moments later, he died. Oh my god. That's why you should listen to your wives, bruh. That's why you gotta listen to your wives. Stole some apricots and then died. Wow, okay. When asked how they are feeling, someone replied, I feel good and comfortable. I must sleep now. Take the pillows away. I don't need them anymore. There was a person who felt a sudden headache, and her last words were, what's happening? Interesting.
Please excuse me. I am but a scholar from a distant land who had the misfortune of falling into the River of Souls and turned into a member of the dead.
So we don't touch the River of Souls.
This one seems to know that she's already dead.
Well, she was a scholar, so maybe she's just smarter than everybody
I was
else.
only speculating, but it seems I was right.
Basically,
And
yeah.
You. I recognize you. You're the Holy Maiden of Death from Idonia, right?
I'm sorry. I cannot bring you back to life. However, should you desire it, I can end your prolonged limbo.
I'm well aware of that. Even if you were able to revive me, I would never choose that option. That's because I didn't fall into the River of Souls
Oh,
by
well.
accident.
I guess if you do it on purpose,
into
then you
it,
can
seeking
surmise
death.
that you met your demise.
Why?
If you could see the life I've led, then you would not reproach me so. My life was far too miserable, but I did not expect things to stay the same even in death.
Oh god.
What a joke.
That would be like
In
pretty
escaping
terrible.
my mortal life, I've entered a millennium of pain instead. Circe's above. What cowards humans are. For we fear both life and death simultaneously.
Humans are pretty weird
I'm
about that.
sorry. I'm also powerless to answer that question.
That's all right, Holy Maiden. At least you are able to respond to me. Please, grant me death, Circe's above. Does this count as thinking till the moment I die?
I have seen too many farewells. Her distress is quite commonplace. There are those who will end their lives over what seems to be the smallest of worries.
But to them, they're not
For
the
some
smallest of
people,
worries.
This power that I possess is a blessing rather than a curse. But I never managed to convince myself of that.
I mean, she could just listen to the people that she's granting death to. But I guess the death row inmates would heavily disagree.
Are you still trying to create a world without death?
Yes, because when placed under time's vast scales, there is no worry in this world that cannot be solved.
You should chat with Don Hung about this.
This is a wish that I've held for almost a
Go chat
millennium.
with the smart guy, not me.
My mind might have changed once
I just
upon a
dumb
time
dragon.
if people managed to strike up a friendship with me. But I've never been more firm in my conviction. Now that I've learned about your near-death state, it is my duty to wipe death from the face of this world.
Dang, son. She's ready to end death.
So,
Ooh, treasure chest. No! Hey, yeah! That guy! Rude. That was so fucking rude. Oh. Spirit thief Bartholos. He's just like, fine, whatever. You're just so rude. Let's fight then.
Don't let me down.
You chose the wrong enemy.
was that it?
Here is thunder. Forever doomed. Bloom. I can't die. But thanks.
Lose some, win some.
Eternal step.
Dead return! Conflict is pitiless.
Use all your might. Burn it all. I am struck. Burn it all. I'll see you off.
He said bye.
Accept your punishment. Receive divinity.
Guess I owe you one.
Conquer all lands.
Nice.
I underestimated
Give an
you.
ancient. Bending the rules.
A foregone conclusion.
Here is thunder.
And goodbye.
Battles are chess games.
Getting beaten up but feeling empty inside. Oh, man. I like that it has a mouth and more eyes right there. It's hard to tell which one's its real hands, which one's its real mouth, and which ones are its real eyes. And all that for basic treasure. Oh, Pollux, who died young, you were meant to unfurl your ring of bones and send the stench of death to the city-states. Yet now you rest in peaceful slumber, your bones covered in moss like a forgotten whale. I guess we're on our way to find Pollux.
Wow. This place is so spacious.
Is that another piece of Pollux there? Like, Pollux is everywhere. I get scared when I see these vertical structures.
Broken stairs, blocked paths. This place is gonna fall down soon. Do we need to enter that doorway to climb even higher? There seems to be a person. Oh, more like a soul guarding it.
But how should we get up there?
Well, I'm sure there's a Ronix's miracle here somewhere.
The path is blocked yet again.
Oryx's 8 always appears in times like this. How convenient. Look, there's even a platform lift over there.
Bow of Thought. Had to perform a miracle.
The chest of the past has been left behind, but none of its treasures remain inside.
Oh, a delightful surprise.
Oh. I can get up the stairs. For some odd reason, I just thought, you know, the stairs would remain blocked, but it's fine. Time is not your friend. Oh, I wonder what that is. I like how it takes away the things I can swing at right before. Right before I walk over there, it's like, no, no swingy for you.
Wait, what if the miracle suddenly loses its effect?
Uh-oh.
Mem, do you really want me to answer that?
You mean we die? I like how the vault officer is still there, you just can't interact with him.
Don't come near me.
Uh-oh.
Why does he look so panicked? Did the black tide monsters frighten him? Or is he actually scared of his own extraordinary power?
Ma'am.
There's no need to be alarmed. We're just passing by the area. See? None of us look threatening.
Maybe. Hello, Quacky Juniors. How are you doing?
You have a
Looks like you came in just in time for an ad.
While this might once have been the royal vault, it's since been plundered empty.
I'm doing good.
Please go away right this instant.
You've misunderstood us. We simply heard your shouts as we were passing by, then decided to come over to find out what happened.
My goodness. Did I really yell out loud? How rude of me. I'm sorry to have bothered you. I merely
That
saw
was rude.
a warrior.
Thankfully, it was only
That
5
spirit didn't
seconds.
harm me. His blows really packed a hefty punch.
A warrior? Could it be?
Wait a minute. You seem to be quite different from him. Are you actually alive? How can you walk around here while alive?
It's a long story. We're here to seek an audience with Thanatos.
Thanatos? Who's that?
Oh, snap.
Possible that he's also living in the era before death descended?
Death. Could it be that you are here to defeat the evil dragon Pollux?
Oh, Paula.
Pollux. Is that the embodiment of No. Death?
According to the warriors under the Centurion's command, that evil dragon has been dead for quite a while.
Evil dragon. Evil dragon. I want the evil dragon, though.
But they saw a girl within the dragon's embrace, and she is the true Reaper.
It's Castrus's twin.
Pray tell, where is that girl right now?
I've heard that the Queen spared no effort in bringing her back to the castle. Her Majesty intends to control all
Bunny
the
dragon.
with this unprecedented power.
I missed out on Castrus. I'm still upset about that.
If this rumor is true, well,
As the dragon, I miss out on the girl with the dragon. What the heck, man?
You have my thanks for the invaluable insight that you've given us. Please, treat this touch as a token of my gratitude.
you... Are you... Thank you.
This is his...
People have been here for too long. Oh, left behind a little memory bubble.
Then you granted him death? That isn't like you. You would have refused even if I commanded you to do so.
I don't know. I did it out of sympathy, believing that I wouldn't be racked with agony, but...
Poor Cass.
Sympathy? Sympathy for that youth who triumphed in every battle?
That young man was favored by Talantin, who taught him a move that will defeat any mortal enemy with a single blow and emerge victorious every time. He could rely on that move to always achieve victory during Era Chrysia. However, now that death has descended upon the mortal realm, that divine swordplay also means he can send others to death at will. In other words,
He didn't want
You
that.
feel that he's similar to you?
yes. Since he can never be inferior to others in martial combat, death would be the inevitable outcome every time he strikes.
Oh, thank you for following, Quacky Juniors. Thank you.
Approached
My emote wall explosion.
pleaded for me to put an end to all of this.
You are perhaps feeling lost from making
Munchy,
peace
munchy,
with
munchies.
death
Cat
in so
munchies.
abrupt a manner.
I have not made peace with death.
I'm gonna have munchies after stream. I'm gonna have me some popcorn, I
I've seen
think.
the people of Idonia
Maybe.
stand tall and proud in the face of death. Even before the fated finale arrived, they were already content with the lives that they'd lived. They had such proud expressions. Expressions that made me believe death would be an insult to these mortals if the concept is truly a power that a god had carelessly cast down upon the world. Perhaps death's authority was never meant to exist in this world. Just like how I shouldn't exist.
No, Cass always has to exist. I'm starting a new account for like the 50th time, and I hate going to the start every time. Oh, yeah, for Honkai Star Rail.
I won't refute your beliefs for now.
I always hate trying to make new characters all the time. I do it in MMOs a lot.
A story of mine. It's a fairy tale from foreign lands, Told by the person who brought you to me in that ice field long ago. A tale told by the Queen of Styxia.
What? Wait a minute.
Mam's like, hang on, hang on.
The girl born in the dragon's embrace. The personification of death these souls talked about. That's you, Cass?
I've already had an inkling for a while now. But I honestly have no memories of Styxia.
Ah, so she's the one in Pollux's embrace, and Pollux is her twin sister.
After Aminet brought me to Idonia.
I wonder if she wiped her memories, though. I mean, I think that's possible. I think that's extremely possible. Oh, it's a bug. We can pick up the bug. Dang it. There we go. I remember this treasury used to be filled with treasures. Why is it empty now, Eep? Could it be that those people borrowed the treasures and never planned to return them, Eep? Oh no. Not the treasures. As a dragon, I would hate if somebody stole my treasures. Many people have tried.
Don't look back. Keep moving forward. Always.
It's yet another eulogistic butterfly. Are we getting closer to the Netherrealm?
Maybe. Oh wait, there's another one. Guard worm. This isn't a place you can just waltz into with a ladder, Eep. Only warriors approved by the queen may proceed. It's said that such warriors can strike a giant single eye with a sling. Can you do that, Eep? Oh, I need somebody who can shoot far. Who's that? Oh, you know what? I know who we can do. The gunslinger himself. And then we'll change out. Oh. Okay, well maybe he can't. What the heck? That's stand away from the wall? There we go. That's what it was. I have to stand away from the wall. Eep! Since you've beaten me, I'll turn a blind eye this time. But remember, I'm a dedicated guard, Eep. Honkai just says no. So apparently, even if Boot Hill is standing over top of the wall, he will still not shoot over the wall. How strange.
Shut up. Just shut up. Even if that girl is evil, there's no reason for
Oh, well, he
you to
sounds
absolve
evil.
that monster. It was the both of them, who trapped us in this crevice between life and death.
Don't be scared. They haven't noticed us at all.
Mem's like, they're dead. They're fine. It's fine. They're already dead. So it's not like they can do anything but yell at us. Right?
Oh, this is...
Is that thunder? That's thunder I hear in this game.
Living ones?
Alchemist. She's just alchemist. I guess we're loading a cutscene. Maybe. Or something. What you doing, Honkai? What you doing? Hello? Did I break it? Did that break it? Uh-oh. Did it break? Guys start dead. Okay, what we doing there, buddy? No. I think I might have to, like, close it out. Apparently Honkai also says no. Okay, so we'll just reload it. Maybe. There we go. I was like, it won't let me close it. So what are you doing, Honkai? Honkai? Immediately stop playing. You have seizures. No. Absolutely not. Do, 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 do. Honkai, that was rude. That was rude AF. That was so fucking rude. Oh, there we go. He just like did it just started in the cutscene. Uh-oh.
Great work?
That sounds like an AXA. Definitely heard that many times today.
You have? Then that's good. During the age of myth, a time likely before your birth, I was the unsurpassed.
Oh God, it's the Anaxagoras before there was an Anaxagoras.
Shoals of the river of souls, I shall make Pollux soar again and bring death back to the world.
But didn't that dragon already bring death to the world?
Oh, looks like you don't know the whole picture. Well, it's true that the missing girl can grant death to mortals. Pollux, the one who delivered her onto this world, makes it so that humankind cannot die.
What?
So, it's just as I feared. This is my guess. The deceased are supposed to drift down the River of Souls until they reach the end of the West Winds.
Uh-oh, so every person that she sent came here and just stopped.
Was blocked by Pollux's fall.
Pollux created a dam.
That's why it's imperative that I bring the dragon back to the mortal.
So everybody she just touched, just like they went back to the River of Souls to float back down. Oops.
My alchemical matrix in the tower. Although I am still missing the most crucial material of all.
Oh no.
The final ingredient, the final sacrifice, is none other than the girl who lives out her days with death.
And that would be Cass.
Huh? What's going on? You didn't touch him, did you?
I know that I am no longer capable of carrying out that task.
Okay.
Take this, all of you.
He's like, just kidding, I can't do that.
Fulfill that great undertaking on my behalf.
This.
We had been inebriated in Fagusa's feast for too long before we began to seek divine bestowed death, so that we could be freed from the whims of fate. However, that brought doom upon us. Instead of summoning a supreme god, we encountered a monster that cut off the River of Souls. That detestable dragon Pollux denied all the dead from the gates of the Nether Realm. Unable to rest in peace, these departed spirits engulfed Styxia like a roaring tide.
What'd they do to anger Pollux, though?
My city and its people no longer exist. That child is the only
person whom I managed to save. Born within the evil dragon's abdomen, she has possessed the talent of death since her birth. She must have been granted to us by the gods as a chance for us to atone for our sins. Please, you must nurture her to adulthood and prevent her from experiencing
okay.
all of the suffering that we went through.
I promise that I will care for her as a mother, that I will protect her from the evils of death.
By Fagusa above, thank you for your kindness. As her mother, please bless this child with a name. Before I am swept away by the River of Souls, please let me know how I should address her in my next life.
Oh, like how a transient raven butterfly, a fleeting papilio castor, perches on the twig of death. Castorus. That shall be her name.
That's where my name comes from?
I like how everything is crystallized except for their face. You can see it very clearly. Oh, I guess that's not thunder, that's Pollux.
Making that ruckus?
Maybe that's Pollux.
Living ones, don't waste your time bickering. The Netherrealm's wrath is falling upon you.
Black Tide Creations. When did they... Miss, please fight them with caution.
Careful not to suffer the same fate as those Black Tide creatures.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick your ass. It's fun.
Behind me. Don't let me down.
It's all good. We got this.
We have it. There's no backing out now. For me or you. Self-inflicted misery.
Let's settle it. Here is thunder. Forever to it. Receive divinity. I can't. Eternal sleep. Dead return.
He has the same sort of voice lines that Blade does. He just gets super mad at you because he can't die and shit.
Through my blood, burn it all.
Who's the little backstabber? Give an inch and they'll take.
There's no time to lose. Conflict is pitiless.
Well, dang. That one almost died.
Forever to it.
That one did too. Well, whatever.
You chose the...
It's dead now. Oh, wait. Never mind.
How are we holding up?
So now accept your punishment.
Yeah, I like me some Mighty Mouse. Really? It has to be different than everything else? Ugh.
Fury upon you.
It literally has to be different than everything else. Has to have physical and wind and quantum. Like, what the heck, man? That's so rude!
This thunder. Burn it all.
Time for a lesson.
We have it. There's no backing out now.
Immaculate.
For me or you.
What?
Follow my charm. Conflict is pitiless. So
Filth Eater. Oh god, what did it do?
receive divinity.
Yes, I owe you one.
Eternal sleep. The dead return.
It's like the Dung Eater from Elder Scrolls.
Lose some, win some. Don't let me down.
Forever to it. There's no time to hear. This thunder. Show no mercy.
Huh, interesting. He has defense reduction every time.
Chose the wrong. Follow my charm. Conflict is pitiless.
Give an inch.
Burn it all. Dying so now
And more defense reduction. I guess it does a defense reduction every time. Probably to, oops.
There's no time to
Give it a little bit of a power up.
Who's the little backstabber?
I like Jade so much.
Bad. Lose some?
Forever do. Bloom. I can't. You chose the wrong answer.
It's like, why do you waste your time? What? Why? Now there's two.
Strive upon their triumphant return.
Oh, well, never mind.
You?
Lord Mighty?
I missed you so much that it almost killed me. Pun intended.
Lord Mighty. You've been through some tough battles once again.
That black tide.
He's like, this is only a temporary setback.
It's only temporary. I will find my path of return and go back to the world of the living and continue my protection.
Lord Mighty, I have always wanted to. Why does death reject you?
I'm the one resisting it. I must resist.
Oh, interesting.
The temptation to go with the flow. I'll go against the current and kill my way out of this cursed nether realm. That is my destiny.
It seems like he's completely focused on resisting the temptation of the
He's like,
depths of
I ain't gonna
his
die just yet.
It seems his battlefield is not limited to the world of the living. Lord Mighty, are you willing to travel with us? We're headed for the Matrix inside that tower to summon Thanatos from their
Yeah.
prolonged concealment.
Maybe if we take him with us, he'll be able to come back, right?
Thanatos. Challenge.
Mighty Most is like, yeah, I'll challenge death itself.
That's right.
Why not?
If we can work together and defeat them, you won't have to be troubled by the curse of immortality any longer.
Let's go together, Castoris. Let the person who has brushed against death countless times guide
He better
you
not,
away.
like, fucking die for real.
Cass, are you
After not
sure
getting
you
Cass,
want to do this?
I'll just like chuck,
The
I'll just
Alchemist said he
chuck
wanted you
Pom
to
Pom
do a
outside the
sacrifice.
rail car, into the
Not a
starry sky, the
There's no
unknown,
reason for us to turn back
and
anymore.
space.
Rather than standing still, taking action is by far the better option. Perhaps fate might take pity on us today and show some compassion.
Aww. Well, I guess I'll kill him because I want the readable thing.
Give an inch and they'll take a mile. Don't let me down. We have a deal. There's no backing out now. For me or you.
Receive divinity.
I like how somebody has to trigger. Somebody has to do the first hit in order for Laucha to trigger his little thingy. Jesus, these guys hit hard.
Show no mercy. A foregone conclusion. Conflict is pitiless. Let this place burn it all.
Spinny heads.
Danger.
Kind of look like jack-o'-lantern heads, honestly.
You chose the
They almost look like they have faces on them.
Lose some, win some.
A foregone conclusion. Here is thunder. Use all your might. Forever do it.
I also like how the female black tides, they have rocks for boobas.
Conflict is pitiless.
They got the rock booba.
You chose the wrong enemy. Eternal sleep.
The dead return! Dying soul, face me. I'll accept your punishment.
Oh.
A foregone conclusion.
Here is thunder.
Mighty Mouse is like, fight me!
Show no mercy.
Bending the rules.
Conquer all lands.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Burn it all.
Receive divinity.
I can't die.
Well, apparently he can travel the River of Souls, though. Can't die, but he can travel the River of Souls. Alright, now I can get it. There's also a chest here. Looky there. Sounds like wings flapping. Probably because it is. This guy again. You like it? It's mine now. Spirit things are a pain in my ass. Gotcha. Great work of old Bathalos. This huge raw stone was pilfered from the bottomless depths of the sea. Then, to determine if it really held a crystal filled with magical power, the stone was lifted to the sky to split it open and peer inside. Wow, there's 2 moons. So how much would that thing up there fetch? It's invaluable, assuming you can find a way to move it. Even if you just had some mountain dweller melt it down, you'll still get a good amount of gold out of it. Fine, I was just spinning a tale. This is the nether realm, after all, worlds apart from the mortal realm. Who knows what those things in the sky actually are? Though I must admit, the new view is absolutely killer. Wait, did I just stumble into a deadly joke? Well, I suppose there wouldn't be any living being left to tell the tale with this killer on the loose. Oh my fucking god. Now, at least I only had to deal with its terrible jokes this time. Secret tunnel. It's actually not a tunnel. It's passage. A magical passage, but same thing. Right? Secret tunnel. Ooh, another plate. Ooh, that sword has a face on it. The feast has long ended. The songs long silenced. The evening bell tolls. And the drowned still drift, their faces mirrored in the stars above. Before you are rusted and broken chains, remnants of a path that once led to the tower.
This is going to be difficult.
And we got Ma'am. Didn't Castrum Kremnos also have this?
Familiar with this kind of mechanism.
Man, Mighty Mouse is struggling a bit.
Broken chains.
If I was more powerful, I would be able to carry one person with each limb and fly the 4 of us to the
I don't think she can fly with one person on all of her limbs.
The Rune of Recollection is here, but I can't find a miracle orb anywhere. So weird. Oh, could it be in that collapsed tower in the distance?
1 minute of men being useful from 1,000 days of training, ma'am.
So weird. Forget it. Just leave it to me.
Mem's gonna go get it.
Just shout for me when you need my help. Got it. Just leave it to me.
Mem did it.
The pink squirrel.
The miracle's range is limited. Please come a little closer.
Aren't I a good fit for Ornyx's priest?
I don't know where I'm going. There we go.
Of course. You're the most competent priest ever.
Is she a priest? I guess she is. Hello, Sunny. Sunny has joined the chat.
The alchemical matrix should be behind this door. Is...
Wow, there's so
It's Trianne.
It's little Cass and little Grape.
Oh, well, I guess the Chrysosairs are all golden souls. It's interesting.
Trianne? Aren't you... Get what? I'm getting even more confused.
Well, they're dead, but they can't go anywhere.
This is the first time I've encountered a deceased friend while going upstream in the River of Souls.
It really works like this. Just like the other departed spirits we've encountered along the way. I'm also
Well, she's just a soul, so.
Lady Trianne.
And we know she died.
Right. Trianne already knows that she'll not be able to return to everyone's side. But Trianne believed that little Cass would eventually return to the Netherrealm.
So she stayed here and waited.
So, Trianne has been standing here at this spot closest to the world of the living and waiting for little Cass.
Oh,
She's so cute. She's definitely the sassiest.
it must have been very tough for you.
But according to what Trianne said, we're almost at the entrance of the Netherrealm. Trianne promised Trevi and Trinan that when little Cass got here, Trianne would get the gift ready and be the first person to run over.
Oh, well, they had planned this.
So, little
Trebios
Cass,
had already planned this.
don't cry. Please, accept this. We finally finished it.
Aww, that's so
This is
cute.
what Lady Trebi once mentioned. The gift for me that you didn't manage to finish.
Oh, look, and there's Don Hung, and there's me, too.
The Holy Maiden of Yanis.
There's Cypher.
Even when separated,
And even
by
an
life and
Anaxagoras
death,
is there, too.
their thoughts are still connected.
Trianne spent a lot of time drawing this. Trianne hopes that little Cass likes it.
Oh, no, she's gonna cry now.
It's seriously a wonderful drawing. Lady Trianne.
This is our flame chase journey.
I like how Cypher's in there, too.
Little Cass, we don't know what your journey was like before. Trevi has always said that it must have been a very harsh and frightening journey. But little Cass no longer has anything to fear now.
Mwah!
Everyone
Give him a
is
kiss
here
on the head.
with
He
you
hates
in
that.
this flame chase journey.
But it's okay. He bites me all the time, so.
Only now, when I see Lady Trianne's gift, do I realize that I've already obtained so many things I would never have dared to dream of since I embarked on the flame chase journey. It's the first time I've gained so many companions. The first time I picked up the hobbies of crafting and photography. The first time I had dinner with someone else.
I didn't know she was
First
in
time I
photography.
went to the market to buy the Chimera doll I'd liked for a very long time and hugged it to sleep.
Aww.
The first time I wore a dress personally made by Lady Aglaya.
Goliath did a banging job on her dress, though.
Trebi, Lady Trianne, and Lady Trinan. The first time I enjoyed the night breeze and looked up at the stars with Miss Hyacin. The first time I took care of Dromasis with the Trailblazer. Looking back at all these experiences I never thought were possible. It feels as though the scales of my life had shrunk from centuries and decades down to minutes and seconds. And all of them are so precious. I took countless photos in the past, but they're all black and white landscapes. I don't have a single one with friends.
Well, now she does. It's a cute little drawing.
I would have taken more pictures.
What, can we take pictures of the spirits? Can we do that?
Trian says yes! Trian likes little Cass and would love to take a picture with little Cass.
Sadly, being departed souls, our
That's what I
images
was
cannot
thinking.
be captured in the world of the living.
Ew. Sonny was drooling and he flung his head and flung drool all over me.
What? Are we seriously going to leave any room for regret?
Mem's like, let me do it. I got this.
There won't be any regrets. This vivid drawing surpasses any photograph from the world of the living.
Little Cass smiled.
Aww.
Trina and Trian's wishes finally come true!
That's so fucking
I
adorable.
remember you once said that fate is not the flowers that bloom at the end of the road, but where people tread beyond the gate. Now, the path that belongs to me is about to reach the end. Thank you for bringing me the final key.
Key? Little Cass, why are you talking in riddles all of a sudden?
I have a feeling that soon, this gift of yours will become the key to saving Mrs. Life.
Wow, that's amazing! Then keep smiling and carry on bravely! Little Cass, little Gray, everyone
I love how Trian talks.
tomorrow!
She's so cute.
Lady Trian.
Oh, look who's there now.
The aura of this place. We have indeed reached the end of the stream of souls. If I go any further, I might lose myself. I must leave now, for the black tide still wreaks havoc in the realm of the living.
Mighty's like, I cannot go any farther.
I have broken free from the chains of death countless times. This time will be no different.
I guess he has an immortal body just because of the fact that he just keeps coming back. He's just like, nah, I'm not gonna reach the end of the River of Souls.
For the flame chase.
I have yet to make my decision, Lord Mighty.
No matter. Make the choice your heart desires. Even if it takes 1,000 years of waiting, I will continue to fight till I die. Then rise from death till the miracle descends.
There is one more thing you should know, Lord Mighty.
What is it?
Oh, I think it's talking about Naya.
Professor Anaxa may have deduced the principles behind the Era Nova. You and I may be reincarnated as strife and death in the next cycle, becoming calamities wreaking havoc upon the world.
I see.
Mighty's like, oh well, time to go home.
Is that all? Are you going to accept such a fate without complaints?
He's like, I already came this far.
Do you have a strategy to shatter the shackles
I
of
like how he's
Arthas.
just like, nah, you got this, bro.
I haven't found it yet. Perhaps I never will.
Then, cease wasting your thoughts on futile matters. Control what little you can. And when fate's inescapable grasp comes, resist it with the strength of your mighty will.
Because he's the mighty most.
Thank you, Lord Mighty. I will find the right decision.
I guess Cypher's just behind us.
Strife, may you meet a fitting end.
She's just hanging out back there. Oh, she's got a tail. Oh yeah, I think I remarked on that last stream. Last Honkai Star Rail stream.
We need to insert Aquila's sky, Giorios' earth, Kefali's fire, Fagusa's ocean, and Nestia's love.
It seems our sweet Princess Homebody has made up her mind. In that case, seamstress, I suppose I no longer need to deliver your message. My time is rather precious after all.
Snap.
Whether you wish to break free from death or not, please, follow your heart. By the promise you once made, I ask that you fulfill your duty one final time. Castoris, please, live as a human, and die as one.
According to that alchemist, the final piece is supposed to be me. However, he is not privy to the past, and therefore cannot see the full picture.
The past?
I saw
I count him over there just like scratching my head. Like I haven't been doing this whole time.
I am certain that I was one of them. The trial of the Hand of Shadow demanded taking the life of your family. I died during that trial, falling before the gate to the new world. And my sister, whom I never met, became the Titan Thanatos of this cycle. She was consumed with regret over my death, so she used the Titan's authority to reforge my soul. Yet, it also means she has never revealed herself to anyone, hidden away from the entire world. That's because the Titan she became already fell at the start of everything. They died for me, and now lie in slumber in the River of Souls.
You mean Pollux?
That's right.
Yes.
The River of Souls is no material river. It cannot be blocked by ordinary means. Only a divine corpse can prevent the dead from reaching the next world. And that's why we have to awaken Pollux from death before we can retrieve the core flame of death. We have to reforge its body with the power of alchemy.
Equivalent exchange.
Alchemist speaks the truth. Does that mean you're also part of the dragon body?
According to those departed spirits, I was indeed born as the dragon's twin. But before we talk about that, have you heard the sighs?
You sighed many times on the way here. Oh my god.
What are those?
I think it's probably the sign of Pollux's wish being fulfilled. They must have realized how heavy a price they'd need to pay when they used their divine authority to resurrect a dead woman. That's why they exerted every ounce of their strength to send me to Styxia, a city that called for death, a land where none is hostile to death. They never saw their wish fulfilled and fell so prematurely, all because they wanted to give me a new life.
That's so fucking cute, though.
Pollux must really want to know how their sister has been after giving their all to save her. That wish is the reason Pollux's soul still lingers in the mortal realm even after their fall. quietly watching and documenting every detail of their sister's life.
Ah, so instead of picking up objects on the way here,
we were instead showing things to a strand of yearning that lingers here. Now, we must weave these yearnings together and restore them into Pollux's complete soul.
But all of this is just a hypothesis, right? What if we go through with the ritual and it turns out totally different?
That's fine. As Professor Anaxa often reminds us, such is the nature of alchemy. The true outcome can only be known once the process is complete. This is why alchemy is also known as the miracle of creation. Now, the puzzle of Pollux's yearnings is nearly complete, with only one final piece remaining. I shall reveal what they have been yearning to know in the alchemical matrix. I will show them my whole life since I left Styxia. Lady Trianne has already drawn a picture of my entire life, and it is now in my hands.
A diamond in the rough.
Then, let the ritual begin.
Okay, here we go. And then Cass stands in the middle. Maybe.
And now, the objective is complete. That is all.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe she does not stand anywhere there.
Says after preparing for an alchemical ritual.
Oh, I love that she's using Anaxagoras' lines
Pollux,
now.
I shall lift you from the river of souls and reforge your soul. Perhaps you will be disturbed by this, and your body may become horrifying to behold. But if even the slightest trace of your soul remains, the soul that once ferried me to this side of the shore, then please, look at me. I wish to thank you in person. I have obtained everything you sacrificed your divinity for. Lady Almanette.
Did she recognize you? Oh, she must be the first soul we can communicate with here, right?
I thought we communicated with several souls, ma'am. The fuck were those other people?
Spirit trapped here.
Okay, I was like, what?
The only difference is that I was there when she died. Please, go on. I'm listening. Are you about to tell the story of Styxia?
Yes. You're just as smart as I imagined, but... never mind. Now's not the time.
There's no need to worry, Elder. Take a look around you. You're already at the resting place of the dead.
The world of the dead. But how?
Like, because you asked me to.
To remain silent about the story to protect Casterus, the girl who coexists with death. But you no longer need to hide that story. I can assure you that you have protected that girl's life well.
Oh. Well, in that case, let me begin.
I guess the last time she saw Casterus was before she grew up.
The pearl of the ocean, plagued by unwarranted calamity and ravaged by death in the fairy tale. It was the first city-state to shift their faith towards death, even before Idonia did. From where you stand now, I suppose that's a bit hard to believe.
I guess that must be Casterus, and that's Pollux.
Indeed. I cannot imagine that those from the era Chrysia, blessed with eternal life, could ever yearn for death.
I have pondered the same question, child. But I am afraid There is no clear answer to it.
Journeys and epics are only glorious and magnificent because all things eventually fade to dust. That's how someone once explained to me why death is necessary to the world. But I still can't take that as the final answer. Would a world without journeys and epics be worse off?
I take it the one who spoke this line was a general, or perhaps a warrior. I, however, did find some inspiration in these words. Would you like to hear my thoughts, Castoris?
Please enlighten me, Lady Amunet. Though I have already made up my mind on how to handle the authority and core flame of death, your words might truly guide me toward the path forward.
You and I are neither warriors nor generals. Therefore, journeys and epics cannot truly resonate with us. But what if I reframe it like this? What if love is not a trait bestowed upon mortals by Nestia, but a blessing from death?
Well, that would be rather interesting, wouldn't it?
No one ever invented the word cherish in the era when life was eternal.
Because nobody cherished nothing because they didn't disappear.
Could be revisited endlessly, and every bond formed carried no risk of being severed.
Unless you piss somebody off.
The so-called era Chrysia was an age devoid of both virtue and sin. People did not truly live. They simply existed.
Man, that sounds like me. Just simply existed.
Or purpose.
Okay, well maybe that's not so much. I'm pretty close.
Perhaps the people of Styxia chose to embrace death not out of fascination with its cruel and fearsome side, but instead became fixated and obsessed with the impulses and desires tied to a finite existence.
Therefore, death is not a thing of fear and desperation, but...
That's right, Castoris. It is the reason we shed tears when parting ways, and also the original spark that ignited the passion of mortals. If you truly intend to deprive the world of death, then be prepared to witness it return to a state of stagnation.
I understand, Lady Amunet. Our limited lifespan shapes all that we know and love. Not even the Death Titan has the right to take that away from humankind again. Nestia's love was the chrysalis of Gold's first blessing, but it most likely wasn't understood by mankind. We only learned to interpret this wonderful gift after Thanatos' arrival. If the world was bereft of death, then the Queen of Styxia wouldn't have played a midwife in delivering me into this world. You wouldn't have welcomed me into Idonia, and Aglaya would never have invited me to join the Flame Chase journey. None of these stories would ever have happened, and I would never have lived, let alone found happiness.
So is she saying that she's found happiness? She's happy? Aww. She called her mom.
I will use all the love I've experienced in this long life to complete the final miracle. My teacher, Anaxagoras. Grant
Ooh,
me wisdom of
cutscene
all
time.
things. I call upon thee, the stripped dead dragon's corpse.
I like how that's Anaxagoras' heart that we have, basically. His crystallized heart. And he gave it to Pollux the dragon.
From the earth, falls from the sky. As above, so below. This is the greatest power of all powers.
Them bones, them bones, them bones, them bones.
The great work that commands all death.
They're no longer just bones.
Grant you embrace.
Her head is still stuck in the egg, though. Oh, because we're gonna fight now. Why? Man!
VIP has dropped. Don't let me down now. We have a deal. There's no backing out now. For me, or for you.
Well, at least it's still, allied target's HP is reduced, accumulates desperate bubble. Upon reaching the limit, remove damage mitigation in enhanced state. Well, that's nice.
Bloom, 1,000 thanks.
Is the girl who once saved my life truly gone? Or will you show yourself again once we eradicate this hatred and regret?
We gotta get her head
There's no time to
out of the egg. Like, literally get her head out of the ass.
Let this place witness glory. Burn it all. Through my blood.
And I know you're anxious. Shh. Don't be afraid.
Jesus Christ.
I can't die, but thanks.
Can't die, but thanks. Apparently he can die. He just, you know.
It's pitiless.
He gotta make his way back. He gotta journey back.
Conquer all lands. Dying soul now accepts your punishment. Let's settle this.
Here, there's thunder.
Who's the little backstabber?
Show no mercy.
I mean, I'm so far doing pretty good. So, especially since old Mighty Mouse has, taunt.
Eternal sleep.
The dead return.
So feeble.
Forever doomed.
Bloom. I can't die, but
Follow my charge. Conflict is pitiless.
Mighty Mouse is super pissed.
Fury upon you.
Give an inch. Time for a lesson.
Alright, we're almost there.
Conquer all lands. There's no time to lose. Here, there's thunder.
There's no more need to weep in grief.
Oh, dang. Last who died. This is gonna be, a bit difficult now. We might have to start that one over again.
It's me. I'm back.
Yeah, we're gonna have. That was so unlucky. That was so unlucky. That was so unlucky right there. We were doing so good.
We have a deal. There's no backing out now. For me, or for you.
Sneaky snake.
I always deliver.
Receive divinity. 1,000 thanks.
Is the girl who once saved my life truly gone? Or will you show yourself again once we eradicate this hatred and regret?
Follow my charge. Conflict is pitiless.
let this place burn it all. Through my blood.
And I know you're anxious. Shh. Don't be afraid.
I can't die.
Lose some, win
But
some.
thanks.
Self-inflicted misery.
I'm glad I have Laucha, because this is a lot of healing going on.
Burn it all. Conquer all lands. Show no mercy.
Who's the little backstabber?
Dying soul now accepts your punishment. A foregone conflict is pitiless.
And we gotta get
So
we gotta get little Lauch's ultimate up here and stuff like that, so I can, you know, heal some people again.
The dead return. So feeble. Forever doomed. Receive divinity.
There we go.
Fury upon you. Here.
I think we're doing a little bit better than we did last time for sure. A little bit.
Lose some, win some. Don't let me down. Just graze.
Follow my charge. Conflict is pitiless.
Time for a lesson.
Nothing major. Conquer all lands.
Heal up quickly.
To weep in grief. I will grant you peace.
Dang. The contractor.
It's me. I'm back.
Give an inch and they'll take. Who's the little backstabber? Just graze.
Okay, so we're gonna try again. We might have to, I don't know, maybe we'll have to like change up,
A VIP has. I always make good on my
maybe we'll have to like change up the team a little bit. I don't know.
Just graze.
Bloom. 1,000 thanks.
I don't know who we would change it up with, but maybe we can switch out Jade for somebody who can,
Or you.
I don't know, deal more damage or something.
Life truly gone.
Or something.
You show yourself again. Once we eradicate this hatred and regret.
Because when Pollux gets another turn after that, that really hurts. Like, I do alright until then. Then Pollux gets that turn immediately afterwards, and it hurts.
And I know you're anxious. Shh. Don't be afraid.
The aromatic pain stuff.
Receive divinity. 1,000 thanks.
Self-inflicted misery.
I guess you have to just beat on it until it goes away, but that's really hard to do. And maybe after like a certain amount, I should just save my ultimate for like those hits, maybe.
Let's settle this.
Just kind of crank up on the ultimates minus Lauch's so I can like lay it out.
Who's the little backstabber?
Show no mercy.
Lose some, win some.
I guess the next ultimates from everybody except for Laucha, I'll save. Except for Jade, she's gonna get up here in a minute.
I'll see you off. Eternal sleep. The dead.
Or maybe not. I think it might take her a minute. Yeah, we'll wait on everybody's.
Bloom. I can't die. But
I'll probably not be able to make sure that everybody has ultimates ready. That might be a little bit hard.
conquer all lands.
Don't let me down.
There's no time to lose. Here is thunder.
Yeah, okay.
To weep in grief. I will grant you peace. Yes, it's me. I'm back. Be careful. They may be moving by instinct, but there is fury welling up within them.
Receive divinity.
There we go. Okay. Whew. We're just gonna go ahead and use this ultimate.
Give an inch and they'll take. Who's the little backstabber?
Conflict is pitiless. Forever doomed. I'll see you off. Dying soul, I'll accept your punishment. Bloom, 1,000 thanks. Here.
Well, I do wish I had my ultimate, but that's fine. At least we survived that one attack, so we have to be a little bit better now, at least.
Bending the rules.
Death wishes for more death. Oh no. Well, you know, it's a good thing that we wore that down. I guess that was why we had to wear it down. For sure. Nice. Woo. We might win it this time.
Receive divinity. I can't die. But
Lose some, win some. Don't let me down.
It's dragging a little bit hard. Just slightly, though. Gotta get that dragon's head out of its ass, though.
there's no time to lose. Here is thunder.
Time for a lesson.
Forever doomed. Fury upon you.
Yay, we did it. Oh god. Better not be like a hidden phase 3.
Turn back to the nether realm.
We got so many achievements.
Oh, death. Sleep in peace.
Nope, there goes Cass. We breaking that egg wide open.
I'm sorry I have to wake you up from ancient death. And I know you're anxious. Shh. Don't be afraid.
Man. Would have been such a cool character to have, but Pom fucked me over so hard.
Do you remember me? I'm the girl you once carried across the Sea of Souls. I'm sorry I wasn't able to remember you, but with the help of many people, I was finally able to pick up these broken fragments of my past. I'm back, Pollux. I know this might not be what you wanted. But I have to do this.
So pretty, though.
So please, carry me across the Sea of Souls again and return me to the Netherrealm.
Wait a minute, is she gonna die? Is it gonna be Cass that dies?
Please take me to where the core flame of death rests.
Why is her head stuck in the shell still? We don't have go into an egg, do we?
They may look scary, but as long
Uh-oh. We're passing out. Again. We died, I think.
What's wrong?
Done for.
Are you...
No, we are definitely not okay.
What's wrong with her?
Her time is almost up. If I don't go now, I'm afraid her soul will return to Thanatos' embrace before me.
What? Oh no! Is there anything we can do?
Don't worry. I promised I would ask Thanatos for the Trailblazers' right to roam the Earth again. Mem, stay here and keep a close watch until I return.
I guess I was supposed to die in the shipwreck crash and then didn't.
Alright. I'm the best at taking care of others. Go on, Cass. Make sure not to leave yourself with
I like
any
how they
regrets.
keep calling her rabbit, squirrel.
That's not funny.
I thought it was funny.
Please. Wait for me.
I wonder who was meant to be the bearer of the core flame of death. Because I thought it was Pollux. Then Pollux brought her back, so maybe she had to give it up.
After all that, you still ended up back here.
Ooh, big sea of flowers. How cool. Ooh, oh, that's so pretty.
The legends were true. The Netherrealm really is a sea of flowers.
That's so pretty.
Yes.
And a broken moon. It's Pollux.
Just like the flower fields we tended to back then.
Is that you, Polixia?
Polixia. And then they called her Pollux later, I guess, as when she turned into a dragon.
You remember me?
I don't have the memories from that time, but I've seen you before during an experiment.
I see. Call me Thanatos, then. It'll be easier.
Ah, so she does bear the core flame.
However, since you recognize the name, you must already know everything about Thanatos, right?
Yes. I'm here to reforge the order of life and death in Amphorius.
That broken moon is so pretty. I like how they keep showing it off, too.
No.
They're like, look at this pretty broken moon.
My sister was a sympathetic, but rather sensitive person. Whenever she didn't want to say what was on her mind, she would avoid eye contact and look off.
That sounds
into the
awful
distance.
like Cass, right?
Just like what you are doing now.
And Cass is like, hey.
Can you tell me about the last Era Nova? What did you do, Polixia?
I like how she insists on calling her
Where
Polixia, not
should I
Thanatos.
begin? I suppose we can start from the beginning. A long, long time ago, there were a pair of like-minded twins. As foretold in the prophecy, they were chosen to be successors to the god of death. But fate was cruel. The price of attaining divinity was to take the life of a family member with our own hands.
That trial was indeed recorded in that memory.
Then you should already know that my sister voluntarily gave up her own life, so that I could ascend as the demigod of death. But I couldn't accept that. Why did we have to kill each other for a future she'd never see herself? That's not fair. So, while weaving the laws of the new world, I shattered the forbidden bottom line for life and death.
Oopsies.
I reshaped my sister's soul and took the form of the great dragon Pollux to carry her up the River of Souls and back into the mortal realm.
She could have stayed with her here in
But
the
our
Sea of
fates
Flowers.
were already decided and manifested in unexpected ways in response to my futile actions. Aging is an unbreakable law of nature laid upon humankind, created at the same time as death. When the living die, their souls will meet Thanatos, who would determine where every soul goes. If the Reaper raises their left hand, the soul is granted death and allowed to enter the Netherrealm to await reincarnation. If they raise their right hand, the soul is rejected by the Netherrealm and returned to the mortal realm to continue walking the earth.
That's why the Hand of Shadow can only lay down judgment and not embrace another being.
Yes. Death was originally a pair of hands, but they were split in twain when we reached the mortal realm, never to touch each other ever again. The half of Thanatos that represents life, the undying human who grants death, that was the curse I forced upon you.
Then, what about you?
As the half of Thanatos representing death, I shoulder the fate of defying death. I died the moment I entered the world of the living. From then on, my Titan also no longer existed in this world. The cycle of life and death stopped. Souls were denied their audience with death, and were left stranded within an ever-rising river of the dead. What irony. My selfish desire to save your life gave you and the world a fate
Okay, but it's still
far
cute.
worse
It's still
than death
cute, though.
instead. Then, what was left of my reason was left behind in the Netherrealm, where I've been taking care of these flowers day after day, until there is now a sea of them, all while mulling over the subject of life, death, parting, and enduring an endless loneliness.
Fate is absurd indeed. Our lives were a mirrored image of one another, like a pair of hands. Even so, we arrived at the same destination. We walked different paths, yet experienced the same pain.
I had hoped that maybe you would at least have a good life in this cycle. I'm sorry.
I lived my life well. It didn't go to waste. As far as I'm concerned, you did nothing wrong.
Even
These two are
though
so fucking
I
cute.
forced the authority of granting death to humanity upon you, a total stranger.
Too many responsibilities were forced upon me in the course of this long journey. I was once lost, even upset. But I realized recently that if it weren't for your blessing, I wouldn't have understood the source of these emotions, nor would I have realized my purpose. I wouldn't have made it here to reunite with my missing half. And we wouldn't be discussing our past while sharing the same view of this landscape. I wouldn't have understood the meaning of our existence.
The meaning of our existence.
This sea of flowers blooms on dead land, because we sowed it with the seeds of our separation, and watered it with our tears of loneliness. Yes, the only thing death is allowed to
I figured all the
create
flowers were like
are
the souls
flowers
of the
that
dead, but I guess
bloom
they're
from
also
blood
stuck.
and tears. That's why Thanatos cannot create living beings at will. Nor can the Hand of Shadow determine a person's remaining days. Because the life and death of mortals should never be dictated by another's will.
Are you saying there's no point in Thanatos' existence?
No. No single being can bear the scales of life and death on their own. Not even a god. Life and death weigh equally heavy. We both know that now, don't we?
You, too, must have had a difficult life. We've taken quite the ridiculous journey together, haven't we? I had a feeling, even back then, that we would meet again one day. Not to embrace one another after a long separation, but to come in search of retribution.
We just walking down the
Tell me
path.
the answer that's already been written. And let us draw this seemingly endless fate. It's been far too long. I've waited here for centuries. Watching
I like how
day
she's
after
solid.
day,
Alexia is solid, but her
desperate
wheelchair
spirits are
is
denied by this
transparent.
lonely wasteland. I always hoped I would see you among them. But I was also afraid of seeing you. I didn't know how I could possibly face you again. But more than anything, I was afraid that you might have forgotten all about me.
I know. But don't you see, Polixia?
She's like, well, I didn't remember. But even so, I came here anyway.
You don't have to shoulder death's authority on your own anymore. It was always meant to be held in two hands anyway. So, let's give our core flame to her, and have her take it back to the mortal realm. Give humanity back their cycle of life and death. Our responsibility as Thanatos was never about picking out favorite souls. We were only meant to watch over life. Let's tend the field together and create a warm sea of flowers for all the souls to come. What do you think, Polixia?
Yes, just one last step. You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains, and be reborn with the dead flame. As foretold by the prophecy, Thanatos' authority is only destined for only one person to wield.
Oh, I guess
The
she's given the
Chrysos
core
heir of
flame to
death.
her, maybe.
As their demigod, as a titan, our fated moment has arrived once again.
Just like before.
Yes, just like before. But unlike that time, the ones undergoing the trial this time are prepared.
You've made up your mind?
Yes, as dictated by fate. But I won't be afraid. As long as you're here with me, complete your trial in this life. Grant me the embrace of death, and light the spark of life ablaze. You've been tempered by life and death. I know you'll be able to give this wasteland its first breath of life, like a raven butterfly, flying swiftly into the netherrealm, perching on the twig of death.
I will. After this, I will remain permanently in the Netherrealm. The River of Souls shall return
I guess
here
technically
and
she
rain
doesn't
down
plan on
from the
going back
sky,
then.
scattering souls across the earth. The cycle of life and death will flow once again. This sea of flowers you sowed shall bear countless joyous or sorrowful souls, and bloom evermore.
Thank you. Just one last thing. Can you grant me one wish?
Of course. What is it?
Please. Don't forget me.
I promise you, when we meet in the next world, even if I have endured another reincarnation, even if we do not know each other's names, I will still hold you tightly in my arms. Just like what I did when we were born.
Casterus. Casterus, you're as beautiful as a fleeting butterfly.
Oh, cutscene time again with pretty butterflies.
I will bring rest to death. And from now on, stagnant life will once again flow.
So pretty. Still makes me so mad that I could not get her, but whatever. I actually think we only have like 3 more parts to go before we're actually done with the Trailblaze mission. Which probably won't be able to finish today, but...
Time flies. In the blink of an eye, the 15th entry hour is already at hand. When this
shouldn't be
farce is
too much
over,
to wrap up though,
your
since
soul
we did
will
like
be
the
placed on
big
the scales
fight.
of life and death. Are you ready?
No need to ask so many times. Of course I am.
Then why do you drag your feet? Is your fear of crowds holding you back again?
I simply find them too noisy. Paying attention to conceited fools like them would be an utter waste of my time.
Such harsh words. As I see it, you are no less arrogant than they are.
I
Snap.
couldn't agree more.
I like he's like, I know my flaws.
I did not expect to hear that from you. Are you not going to refute me?
I know myself better than you think I do. At the very least, better than a stowaway like you.
And they say men whose ends are nigh have but kind words. Well, that is exactly why I chose you.
Should I thank you for the compliment?
The hour of the trial has come. Do you have an answer for me? And how will you prove the veracity of your argument?
I suppose there is no point in putting this off any longer. Do you recall where we stopped the last time?
You were saying that Amphorius's history is cyclical.
Yep. It sure does seem that way, doesn't it?
Indeed. The demigods that bear the core flames eventually become the new
Oh look,
titans
there's
at the world's
Felixia and
end.
Castrus.
Remember what happened on the Holy Mountain?
She was supposed to be there the whole time.
Nias. As their destined ends approached, one by one they left this world, leaving only the twins, who are fated to succeed death. Unfortunately, while their journey is consistent with ours, you and Calypso, as well as Nicodor and Nias, act as supporting evidence. I can only come up with a rough sketch for my theory of a cyclical history. For all the pains I took to reach this point, I had already lost hope of ever obtaining definitive proof. After all, the past is in the past. Proving that we are the legacies of heroes of the past is a hopeless endeavor. That is, until I met a girl named Felixia and her sister. If Casterus was truly sent from the past to the present for the Titan's self-serving reasons, then having lived through 2 cycles, and with Styxia as the pivot, she will no doubt be the link to connect all of this together. If the Twins of Death can bridge 2 cycles to reunite at the shores of the Sea of Souls, then my hypothesis will no longer be just a hypothesis. And you too will get the answer to your question.
Well, that is all well and good, but how can you be so sure?
I like how they all, like, forgot. Well, at least Cersei's did
in
anyway.
your hypothesis, the girl will
Doesn't
be
seem that
shattered.
Polixia did.
It matters not. The most important quality a scholar must possess is foolhardiness. If you are overly cautious, then you'll never have the gumption to make the first step, and change will never come. Besides, I, Anaxagoras, am destined to overturn this farcical world. Come, let us go and teach those pathetic worms one final lesson.
Uh-oh. Let's see.
Fine. So they are leaving the final debate to him.
Well, let's see what kind of argument.
Chrysos heirs who started this terrible war hear you. Let them hear the voices of the people.
Oh my god. Finon looks a little bit nervous.
That woman knows how to stir up a crowd.
Professor Anaxa, I thought you'd pass on this.
Everyone must cast their vote, or this assembly would serve no purpose.
He's got a point.
Prof, do you truly think it's wise to entrust the fate of the world to an assembly like this?
Akama has stood strong under this system for 1,000 years. It stands to reason that there is purpose in its existence. But that is not what you're asking, is it? What you really want to know is Aglaya making the right decision in entrusting the fate of the world to you?
Nothing ever escapes you.
I didn't spend all those years teaching you for nothing. Most people only take 4 years to graduate, if I recall.
To tell the truth, I feel like I'm on my way to an execution chamber instead of a podium.
Execution. I mean, does probably seem that way.
Do you have an answer to that question?
No, I don't.
I thought so.
Because that question is not yours to ask in the first place. Is Aglaya entrusting the world to you the right decision? Don't make me laugh. That is a question that woman must answer herself. Why are you fretting about this on her behalf? Or have you been seeing yourself as her pawn all this time? Listen up. I'll say this only once. Flip your perspective around and ask yourself this instead. What should I do to ensure that the world doesn't stray from the correct path? That is what you should be thinking about.
Yeah, fine on. Tell him, Anaxa.
Oh, and don't bother telling me the answer. Tell it to
I
those
do like
begging for
Anaxa, though.
salvation from the gods.
Got it. Thank you, Professor Anaxa.
That's Anaxagoras to you.
Who will you be voting for?
That'll depend on how well you perform. May Cersei safeguard your thoughts.
Cersei that resides within him, you mean?
We don't necessarily mind things remaining the way they are.
Elders and citizens, silence, if you please. As the Theoros, I present to you Finan of Ides Elysiae, virtuous citizen of Akima, and the last speaker of the assembly.
Much obliged, Lord Lycus.
I remember him. He's the penniless lad working for Aglaya.
Penniless? They called him poor. They just called Finan poor. Penniless guy.
To give the last speech. Is this really the end
Oh,
of the
man.
Can this dude really face down kindness?
I like that they put dude in here. Like these people would ever say the word dude, I think.
Dear citizens of Akima, as you look upon me, so too do I see you. I see your fear and misgivings, your apprehension about the discord between the Chrysos heirs and the Council of Elders, and your uneasiness about the future of the Holy City. Yet, before you contemplate something as grand as the fate of the world, I ask that you look closer. Look beyond the horizon illuminated by Kefali, at the crisis threatening to overwhelm us.
What?
Ides Elysiae, my beloved hometown, is a village forgotten by time. It is a place with the most invigorating breeze and wheat fields that spread all the way to the sea. I once thought that there I would enjoy a lifetime of peace and quiet with my friends and family.
Now he knows firsthand the
I
destruction.
wish I could invite all of you to that paradise, far from the noise and chatter of the world. Alas, I can't.
Because it went boom.
She and all that she nurtured, all that I loved, they have long been devoured by the black tide. My beloved home is no more. I will never forget the day the black tide struck. My father, Hieronymus, fought with a broken sword to his last breath to protect his child. My mother, Aldada, she was ripped apart by monsters. Also, I might live to stand before you here and now. Galba, he was a hunter. But in the end, those arms that once drew a bow instead embraced Piso, his beloved son, as they both breathed their last. Pythias, the teacher, risked her life to save her students, but a burning beam fell on her, crushing her. And what of Livia, her daughter? Did she make it out alive? No, she didn't. Livia, Piso, and so many other children, my childhood friends, they were all swallowed by the black tide and turned into monsters. They kept saying the same thing over and over. Even up until the final moment, I finally steeled my heart and granted them eternal peace with my sword. Why, Finan? Aren't we the best of friends?
Snap.
That is the black tide. A looming threat that can bring Akima to its knees any time. Kindness may have promised that with the 3 Titans of Calamity Con, Akima will return to an era Chrysia once more, but much as it pains me, I must disappoint you. While the demigod of strife has done everything in his power to hold them back, they are still coming. By now, the name of that black-robed swordmaster, the Flame Reaper, has likely echoed throughout the city already. The roaring thunder is a message from the Strife demigod. The Flame Reaver has risen from death, and they hunger for the core flames of the gods.
You know, I wonder if the Flame Reaver had something to do with the last, you know, Era Nova.
Lies! If such a powerful enemy is indeed approaching, why is Akuma still a picture
Oh,
of
I
peace?
don't know. So maybe people don't panic.
Exactly. The city of
Like the
Akuma
herd of
shows
animals
no
they
signs
are.
of pandemonium or chaos. And why is that? I beg you, spare a moment to think about this. Are we able to stand here and hold this assembly in peace today because the danger has passed? No. This peace we enjoy is no gift of fate. We are able to stand here today only because the Chrysos heirs have stepped up and shielded Akuma from calamity. With her golden threads, Aglaya has preserved and continues to preserve these idyllic days that all of you hold dear. The Council of Elders claims that Aglaya will one day forsake the people because her divinity is eroding her body and soul. But ask yourselves this. Rather than offering her aid and support, why do they choose to watch and push Akuma away from the Flame Chase journey? The answer that no one can bring themselves to speak of. A truth stained in blood and buried in greed, fear, and vanity. Allow me to lay it bare before you.
Here we go. Finon's picking on a fight.
The Council of Elders, which bears Akuma's history and honor, along with this citizens' assembly we once took so much pride in, are now infested with vermin.
I was expecting a little bit more than that, but he straight up called them rats.
You insolent whelp! How dare you!
It is true that Aglaya has reached her limit. Why? Because she has been working tirelessly to weave the defenses of our holy city against the encroaching evil. All while these vermin are making up baseless accusations about her and scheming in the shadows. Not once has she ever failed Akuma. Yet these vermin attempt to tear her apart, tarnishing her name with unfounded allegations. She may have been blessed by divinity, but hasn't her heart always stayed true to humanity? They attempt to mislead you and reduce this assembly to a crude standoff between gods and humans, but citizens of Akuma. Once more, I implore you to open your eyes and look at those around you. Examine them closely. Beneath all that finery, do you see the good heart of a human or the poisonous glands of a pest? Make your judgment, then turn your gaze to the demigods whom so many of you regard as cold and merciless. Do you not see the light of humanity in them? And those who wear the mask of humanity yet utter only hurtful, slanderous words. Can you not see that their souls have been corrupted by power? Yet, no matter what your answer is, and no matter who your vote goes to, rest assured that you have nothing to fear, for Aglaya, Trebios, and I will remain your faithful guardians and pledge our lives to upholding your decision. And this vow will stay true until the end of our days, where it will be passed on to future flame chasers. A steadfast and unwavering promise that shall endure through the ages.
Yeah, you tell him Finon.
At the present time, on the scales of Talentum, those who call for the continuation of the Flame Chase journey, and those who demand its suspension. Each faction holds
I want this guy as a
equal
4-star
share of votes,
character at some point.
resulting in a perfect balance.
When do we get him as a 4-star?
This is the moment when the flame chase journey is the closest to its end.
And now it's your turn to vote, Lord Anaxagoras.
Is there anyone else who hasn't voted?
No, you're the last. Cast your vote with care, for your decision will break this in.
Although I seriously wonder if we'll actually do anything to change the story. I doubt it.
Very well. May you bring much needed change to this farcical world.
You've done well, Finan. Given the circumstances, delivering a rousing speech to stir up emotions was a prudent move. Thank you all for your patience. On behalf of the seven sages of the Grove of Epiphany,
He's like, let me just turn around and give a speech real quick before I cast my vote.
am ready to cast my vote.
Fucking God. Oh.
But before that, in the interest of fairness, Lady Goldweaver, I pose a question to you before all who are gathered here. Will you, as Finan has promised, stand by the decision made in the assembly, regardless of outcome?
In the interest of fairness, I make no promises, lest it should influence
And
my
Lady
decision.
Aglaia, as usual.
Very well. I thank you for your honesty.
What's he doing?
The stakes are high. Let's be patient.
And dragging it out.
Cut the act! Who do you think you are wasting our time like this?
He's hilarious.
Lord Anaxa, please do not forget that I...
Rule number 1. Do not call me Anaxa. Rule number 2. Never interrupt me. Silence is gold.
He is Professor Anaxagoras. Shouldn't have done that. Then they done pissed him off. He gonna vote against him now.
What are you waiting for?
Wait for people to get mad.
I cannot help but wonder, is every hardship in the world something you will
Yes.
experience and use to your
Yes.
advantage?
How else am I supposed to make use of this situation where my body and soul are separated? Oh, Circes. Or should I say Calypso? Accompany me on this final journey. Let us journey to the Netherrealm and see how she will substantiate the answer to your question and validate my decision. We need only to follow the sound of the tides. You are...
Well done, child. Just as I foresaw, you have achieved great things.
Teacher.
What a twist of fate. A blasphemer raised in the doctrines of the Venerationists. It's like a foal kicking its mother in the belly after taking
They do that all the time, though. The whole kicking in mom's belly.
Immensely, sir. But
you cherish the truth even more. So, child, do not be troubled by the criticisms I have borne.
Do not let those voices hinder you as you forge ahead. As the Sage of the Venerationists, I am duty-bound to oppose you. But, as your friend and mentor, Anaxagoras, I say, go forth, for the truth is already in your hands.
I will keep that in mind.
Go now, child. Your lonely pursuit is about to welcome a new chapter. And when you reach the end of this journey, may we meet again with the truth before us.
You have my word, sir. May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
You are right, Empedocles. My lonely pursuit is about to welcome a new chapter. May we meet again with the truth before us, Empedocles.
What are you waiting for? Just cast your vote.
Silence! Silence, everyone!
Behold, Circes, here at the center of the world, I shall write the final step of my proof. For this place is but one step away from the truth.
Uh-oh, cutscene.
Professor, I completed the proof you wanted.
Thank you, Castorus.
The answer is plain as day. My vote goes to the Flame Chase journey and nothing else.
Oh, she pissed.
Decipher the truth of this world.
This guy, he's so fucking crazy.
With the balance shattered, the result is clear. By carefully enter Lenten above, as the Theoros I have observed.
No! Ligus, you can't! Anaxa, what have you done?
She really don't want him to announce the results.
I hope you are prepared for the harsh punishment awaiting you. Mark my words, I will make sure that clever head of yours never forgets the price of betrayal.
Have you forgotten? I told you that happens to be one of my rare talents.
You put on such a grand performance just to aid their preposterous flame chase journey?
Performance? No, you are quite mistaken. I may be paranoid by nature, but I've always been known for my honesty. If you really understood me, Lady Kindness, you'd realize that I never had any interest in your pathetic little game of politics. Factions, standpoints, they are jokes in my eyes. I have never once switched sides. Because I, and I alone, am the truth.
Oh my god.
Lady Kindness, with all the citizens here as witnesses, we should honor the spirit of democracy and respect the decision of this assembly. I have observed that Arkema has chosen her destiny. This citizens' assembly has resolved to continue the flame chase journey. This resolution shall be put up on the Wall of Heroes, such that all citizens are aware of the city's way forward.
You!
Oh, she not
It seems
happy.
Not everyone is ready for the assembly to end. Very well. Let me entertain you for a little longer. By your leave, Lord Ligus.
Interesting.
Oh my god.
Elders and citizens, your attention, please. Stay for a moment more, if you will. Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany has an announcement for the assembly.
What is this performer up to now?
Just moments ago, all of you made a decision on the fate of Amphorius. As a supporter of the Flame Chase journey, it pleases me to see the choice you have made. But I regret to say that I still harbor doubts about this.
Uh-oh.
Thus, I hereby challenge this resolution.
What is he up to now?
Tell me, who among you dare swear to Kefali's name that Era Nova will truly welcome the fairy tale ending that the Chrysos heirs have promised? A beautiful new world free of calamity and madness?
Nonsense! That's impossible! What is he getting at?
No one? Must I pick somebody to answer? Very well. You, the one acting so wise and profound. In front of all present here, do you dare swear that it will happen for sure? No? Fine. Next. You, the one with ignorance written all over your face. Yes,
He's
you.
funny.
Do you dare swear by it in front of the Titan?
What are you trying to do?
Useless. Your turn, then. With that smug look of yours, you must be confident that the Flame Chase journey is the best course to take, right?
Hey! Mind your tongue!
So, no one? I see. In that case, Finan, answer me this. Your speech was filled with such passion just now. How confident, then, are you in making this promise?
Professor, what are you doing?
Let him continue with his performance.
Will you look at that? Even Finan and Aglaya lack the courage to make such a promise. And what's even more absurd is that no one but I can promise you this.
Okay, no one but him can promise the new world. Man, my boy's arrogant AF, but I'm here to enjoy it.
But you needn't worry, because I knew better than to trust you good-for-nothings. That is precisely why I am here today.
I like his shoes, though, and his pants.
Final lecture. Now listen up and listen well. I, Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany, hereby declare everything that the Flame Chase journey promises is true. Finan of Ides Elysiae, the prophesized demigod who shall succeed Kefali, will reforge each and every one of us in the new world with his complete, intact memories.
What?
Final's like, I'm gonna do what?
The core flame-bearing titans were the Chrysos heirs of yesterday. And the Chrysos heirs who carry the core flames today will become the titans of tomorrow. All of our souls shall endure for eternity in the miracle of the World-Bearer. And all under Kefali's protection shall step into that new world.
This is your blasphemy!
And nobody believes him, of course.
What? Are you saying that we must bow down to you and worship you even in our next lives?
No, she's not happy about that at all.
You blasphemous imbecile! How dare you try to deceive us with all these lies and falsehoods? How can you prove?
I told you, don't interrupt me. Since you've asked, I shall be kind and indulge you. My statements are based on my experiments on the divine body of Kefali themselves. You heard me correctly, everyone. With the tacit approval of Kindness and the Council of Elders,
I fused my soul with a god through alchemy and learned the truth behind Era Nova.
What is he talking about? Isn't that pure blasphemy?
I, the vile, wretched blasphemer, deserve nothing less than death for my sins. And the Council of Elders, which granted me consent and aided in committing this atrocity, should face punishment alongside me.
By the gods, even kindness has betrayed Akuma.
Oh no.
I had no knowledge of his
Oh.
He did that on his own. The Council of Elders bears no responsibility for his actions. Lord Lygus, as the esteemed Theoros, are you going to simply stand
It's just like, that's not my
allow
job.
the Council of Elders to be dragged through the mud?
If the accusation is true, I will acknowledge it. If not, my conscience stands unburdened. Lady Kindness, the reputation of the Council of Elders was not built in a day, nor will it be shattered overnight. Repercussions await those who fool the people, and punishment must be meted out on those who abandon their vows. We should respect this beautiful city and her people.
Lygus knows where it's at.
You. Lady Aglaya, the Gold Weaver, I humbly ask that you take on the responsibility of overseeing this judgment in the name of the fairness of Talantin and the justice of Kefali. Considering the circumstances, and in accordance with Akuma's codex as the only demigod among us, you shall rightfully wield this authority.
The honor is mine to bear.
How is this permitted?
Elders and citizens, silence, if you please. Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany has made his statement clear. As per Akuma's codex, I request all present citizens to stand with me in exercising the right of judgment. First, Elder Kindness of Akuma and Lygus the Theoros stand accused of neglecting their duties and abusing the law, leading to the egregious blasphemy against a god. In the names of Talantin and Kefali, Akuma is to form a committee before the 7th action hour to conduct an investigation and disclose the findings to the public for subsequent judgment.
Yes! That's what we deserve!
Curse you!
Oops.
Now, concerning Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany, he has confessed to grave blasphemy against Kefali. In the names of Talantin and Kefali, the accused must be allowed to hear the people's voice prior to the execution, for a chance at a reduced sentence and possible pardon.
Let him die. Oh my god.
Professor.
No, Finance like he's gonna die.
Let him die! 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 Let him die!
What decision will you make, Lady Goldweaver?
Enough with the hesitation, Aglaya. This is not like you. Let him die! Let him die!
Then, in light of the people's voice, O Talantin on high, may you bring death upon him.
Jeez. People are excited about his death, aren't they? Alright, and with that, I'm gonna head off for the night. I might actually play Honkai Star Rail after Art of Belinda Sunday instead. We'll see. Well, I guess I have to wait for this cutscene. Oh look, I made it to the land of the dead. But after this conversation with Castris, I'll be logging off for the night.
Castris while walking among the mortals. And now, I stand as the demigod of death, the living side of Thanatos. Welcome to my realm, where the west wind ends.
Mom, I made it. My character arc is finally done.
You're still as energetic as always.
Of course I am.
Did you know? Every flower here was planted by Thanatos himself. These flowers were originally both lifeless and immortal, but in the first rain brought by the River of Souls, they were given new life, flourishing as the bearers of countless souls. And it is my duty as the Master of Death to tend to their well-being and foster their growth in this serene haven. Similar to the structured cycle of life and death in the mortal world, these flowers too shall wither and fade, returning to the earth and then ascending to the sky with mist and tides. Eventually, they will descend to the mortal land as gentle rain. Every soul undergoes the perpetual cycle of reincarnation, albeit in varied forms, until the world meets its end. Yet, sadly, there's no time left for Emphorius to wait for when the flowers bloom again. Now, death is the power at my fingertips. It once led the souls of the deceased here, but I shall open the gate of the Netherworld and return you to the realm of the living. In exchange, please, take the core flame of death with you and complete the flame chase journey. Do not let our work thus far be in vain.
Makes me sad she's not going back.
Just like the other demigods, I will stay here and embrace my destiny. That being said, it is not easy to guide a lost soul back to the mortal realm. The whispers of death are sweet and alluring.
I love her cute little pose.
If your determination wavers, you will succumb and be forever ensnared by the Netherworld's grasp. Please consider this a one-time exception. I will do everything in my power for the flame chase journey, and for your life, the only life I can save. I am glad to hear that.
Man, it's so pretty. I wish we could go back to the Netherwood later. Alright. I'm gonna head off for the night. Thank you all. Oh, look. There's March 7th. Thank you all for joining me for stream. I will see you tomorrow with Black Myth Wukong. And we're gonna, like, we're gonna tamper with some things. See if we can't get OBS to not shit itself. But if not, well, I'll just be stuck. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.